Alright, so something that I do myself is like in this kind of screws, I try to loosen it up by hand. The only reason for that is because a lot of these parts are aluminum and sometimes they're old, and you want to be sure that you don't damage anything from the beginning. So I will just use a hand can to remove it. Then I come with the drill gun, right? Make sure that it's undoing, right? That's it. Now this cover should come out. And the same technique, I will leave the screws on the cover like this, so I don't have to worry about the lengths, because if you look at this, so the lengths are different, so you gotta have to be careful with that. Right, so that cover is off. Okay, our next step here is to remove this sprocket. So, and a way to do that, first thing that all, we're gonna have to secure the tire. The best reason that I found is to just put the, have someone of your bodies hold the brake on the back, right? So,
well, first we gotta, before we do that, we gotta push this down, that locking washer.
oh yeah,
right?
I forgot. And that's very easy. Just take a standard flat screwdriver
You want us flat one?
in a hammer.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. We got a big hammer. And we got a nice flat screwdriver.
Alright, so this is gonna be bent, so you just unbend it and just hammer it out. In this case it was pre-done, so
Well, we did it earlier.
but
So we're going through it
you
again.
get the idea how we did it.
Okay. So then we go back to what you were saying. Somebody holds the brake, and
And we need the tool for this.
do we use the impact driver?
Yeah, it's recommended you use the impact driver. If you don't have an impact driver, then you should do it with a braking bar and holding the brake. Right, so with the impact driver,
So here's the impact driver. Let me see. I think is this the socket that was there? So you want to take it off the?
no, it's a bigger socket.
So then is it in the
It's
box?
the one that we went and purchased, remember?
Yeah, the 29 or 27, whatever it was. Maybe that's this one, the 27.
Yeah, that's the 27. So like I said, if you're gonna use the standard way, you're gonna need two things. Someone to put your rear brake so you can hold it.
So right here.
And
So we put this, well, oh, the rear brake, yeah, down there.
The rear brake, right?
So the rear brake is here, which I'm sure you know if you're riding, if you're fixing your motorcycle. So it's right here. So this is holding the wheel from turning.
And another trick that I've seen people doing is that you take a 2x4 and you slide the 2x4 between the swing arm and the tire to
Yeah.
prevent, but don't really recommend that because you're gonna be scratching your
Wheel, yeah, that's what I
your
was
right-
thinking
your
about.
frame.
So you probably don't want to, you want to try to avoid that.
you
But you could do that.
If you
but-
are by yourself and you don't have an impact wrench, right? So you take your span wrap, then your nut comes out, then this is the safety washer. Take the safety washer out.
locking washer.
Okay. Now we're gonna remove the chain, right?
Right.
To do that, it was kind of like hard. The best way to do that is that, I guess you could do it from here, is that depends how you chain is. In this particular chain, as you can see,
It has a master link.
it has a master link. Now, some chains don't have a master link, they're like sealed. If that's your case, you're gonna have to grind this thing out, and then you can be able to remove the chain. In this case, you have a master link. So what we did is we took a small screwdriver and pushed through here.
I think there's a tool also, because
Yeah.
I've got that tool. If you don't have, I don't think you need to grind it. I think you could just use that tool and it pushes the link through.
No, it's still not too grind. This is like a rivet. But in this, like I said, it has the tool. Right? So in this case, we were holding it here. It's not good example.
Yeah, but let's not go too fast, because first we want to loosen up the tension on there.
Yeah, but you don't have to do this.
I think you do, because you need room to play with it to get it off.
Okay, so
So basically, why are we even taking off the chain? The chain? Did we discuss that already? Did you say that?
we need to take out the change because we're gonna have to remove the block from the engine. So the change won't let us do that.
The sprocket? We're because of why?
We are taking the change off because we're gonna remove the engine block and the sprocket to the change won't let us do that. So that's why we're removing the chain. So you like David's saying, right? You can do that, or you can loosen up the you can go and loosen up the chain. So I'm gonna take the link here and put it in this cup here. I'm gonna put it together with the mount here. Right, so to do that, you have your rear tire, right? In here you have like a safety pin.
Well, let's take off. That's a locking pin, whatever.
Yeah,
What
so
that pin is called. But we got to loosen this up first, don't we?
to take this down, to take the
I think we should loosen up the adjuster first. Loosen up the adjuster, then take this out, then loosen it. Or I don't know. If it's,
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
right. I was just speaking
You
about
could
just
leave the adjuster.
I was
in.
just speaking about the clip, the safety clip,
Yeah,
right? So
cotter pin. I think it's a cotter pin.
cotter pin, right?
Yeah,
That's,
the
that's
cotter
all-
pin you could almost pull it out with your hand, or you could push it with something.
Right. You just take a plier and just pull it with a plier.
Yeah, pull it. Go ahead. Get out of the way.
I gotta move from location. Hold on.
Yeah, so I'm not sure which way is better. If it
Right.
maybe even matters, it probably not. It doesn't matter if you take the cotter pin out first.
Now it depends how, and I'm gonna put the cotter pin there. It's gonna depend on how tight you have the chain. If the chain is really tight,
You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that 27 inch on
yeah,
the other side.
you're gonna have to do that.
27
But
millimeter
if you
socket.
are the change is loose, right? And remember, this change on this thing should be kind of loose.
You need the
1
wrench.
inch.
You need the wrench.
1 inch up and 1 inch down, right? Because you need to have plenty of loose, so like this. If your chain is not loose, then you're gonna bend your shaft. And then- Okay, so let's get out. So we need a tool here to hold.
Yeah, it's loose now, but it was a lot of work to get it to this point. Right, Gabe?
Yep. And then you need come from this side. They
Yeah, but
showed you here.
the impact driver, remember, that didn't work. We had to do it by hand.
We had to use that prior bar.
Right? Yeah, pry bar.
Yeah, prior.
So, for example, well, you can use that wrench. Remember, we just used you connect the socket with one side holding, and then the other side was just torquing. This side was just torque, just muscle. Remember?
Mhm.
So it was holding on one side and then torquing on the other side. So torquing on the left side. So
Okay, so once that is loose, your tire is kind of loose, right? Then you have to use your adjusters. Why? Why are we using the adjusters here? Because basically we want the chains to be loose, so we have to move this inside. So if you take a look here, if you focus, Dave, this here prevents the tire to move, to go in, right? So we could not have a loose change. So because we don't have a loose change, we have to adjust this. Basically, there's a screw and a nut, and you have to loosen the nut, and then you can start moving the screw in. That's what you do. So you can see here, that was done. Therefore, we can push this in and change it loose.
yep, okay. So now
So now we're going to go to the,
and get the master link off,
we got the master link on,
which was a lot of work,
right?
but together we did it. We pushed on it and got that freaking master link off.
This is when you have you have the chain tool, right? And with the chain tool you can press. But I don't remember how do we just hammer it? I forgot.
No, we're gonna break it. We're gonna just push it. So anyways, we take the chain off. After we take the chain off, what are we doing next? That's it. Then we take the sprocket off.
Yeah.
We're done. And
Yep.
then we gotta go on. We gotta keep going.
Correct. The next step
So
is
how
going
many
to be.
minutes has it been? It's been 12 minutes of
Right.
videotaping so far. So I'm gonna pause it now. Okay?